Welcome back, everyone, at long last. After those horrible holidays causing a delay in the campaign, back to play Beast in the Timetwist.
So anyway, I was saying, I hardly know her.
Okay.
Happy New Year!
Oh yeah, it is the new year, isn't it? Time to put the wrong date in for like 2 weeks at work.
We're technically on a holiday right now.
Technically.
Yeah. Okay, who wants to do a perhaps more thorough than normal recap?
We all done one at this point?
Traditionally, when it's a very extended period, the DM does the recap.
Do you guys prefer that?
Sure.
Sure.
Only for like extended breaks would that be wise.
Okay.
Like this.
So, let's see, what happened in session 6? Oh yeah, okay, so the party was in their VIP suite in Gerdumble. Time no longer restarting, things were being settled, visited by Huston, visited by Mayor Shaw, given gifts by the townsfolk, by them. A neat scepter, a cool book, and some things that are valuable. They had headed out, but not before Garl, someone of relation to Cashmere, had had a heart-to-heart at their first meeting. And Cashmere and everyone else eventually decided to go on this caravan together, take this job transporting silk. And so they left Gerdumble, heading north. We had a reveal of the world map, which you probably can see right now. I'll ping right here. That's where Gerdumble is, that orange foliage tree, a little swampy basin at the base of the Three Kings Mountains. They've said, or Huston particularly has said, they need to head north first to this place called Valandria. There's rumors of some issue regarding... One of you guys maybe should recap this part so I don't give away too much. What do you recall?
Alright. In Valandria, you mean?
Yeah, like why are they going to Valandria? Something about a flame?
Yeah, to get the halting flame that was necessary to dispel the darkness to get us into the Shadowlands, I believe it was.
The special kind of darkness where a normal-ass flame will not be enough.
Advanced darkness.
This is no ordinary darkness. This is advanced darkness.
Dark place in more ways than one.
Indeed, so that they could go to some place nicknamed the Shadow City and not have any trouble. Something like that. Arrived in Valandria. I'm sure some redescription of that place will be here, but as Huston was getting the lizards stabled and things settled there, he said, hey, why don't you find some rooms for us or go poke around? Seems there's a bit of a stir in the town right now. Mention of a festival or something strange happening, people arriving by carriage and running into the city. And you've been talking with a uplifted squirrel innkeeper named Jess. And the conversation had just been getting started. And we sort of ended. She had been talking about apologizing. She has a disease of some kind, but there's someone in town who has the ability to deal with it.
Freeze medical conditions.
On the subject of medical conditions, there was something that that Crim had also shared.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crim had shared that to at first to Cashmere and then eventually diffused to the others over various watches, that so they all know this now, that Crim used to be an uplifted bird. He did not specify the species, and that at the time he had become very terribly sick, to the point where he was probably like gonna die a day later if he had not completed some strange ritual that just turned him into a dragon at great sacrifice of various material things. He doesn't remember the details of the ritual anymore, for some reason, but he seems happy with the results. And he's got a family back home that supports him and had a fierce debate about how he'd wear pants. Thankfully, that was a non-issue.
Our fine feathered friend. Formerly feathered.
He does not have feathers.
And besides Crim, everyone except Alex, I think, had given some pieces of it with their past as they traveled the 4 days to get to this town.
Yes.
Okay. You are currently walking behind Jess as she leads you up these stairs to these interior circular walkways around the interior of this 3-story inn. You'd been intent on getting a couple of rooms, and I think Crim was having... he looked really intense or something as I was walking by her side, and you were asking her some questions.
Oh yeah, she was... I think it was because she was sick and he was thinking, how can I turn this person into a dragon as well?
Alright, out of curiosity, do you notice any growth in fur, hair, nails, the like? I'm curious how this treatment affects the body.
No. If anything, it slows things down or stops them. I think that's the intent. There isn't an explosion of fur or sharper nails, and nothing so ferocious or exciting. It's a sort of peace, I think. I think it's wonderful.
I do as well. I question how much life he's truly given me. I said in a good way.
Bless you.
But do you know where he's operating out of?
It was the early days when I went to see him. Currently, I don't think you'll have to have trouble finding him. Just follow the commotion. I don't know where exactly he is.
Fair
What
enough.
species was he?
Oh, his name's Garrick. He's a fish, some sort of river fish.
Quite fitting. Well, appreciate your accommodation. We're also looking for an item of particular magical importance. I suppose there we'll go to the merchant district or...
Yes, there's a square, Miller Square. Can't miss it. Lovely view of the river from there, too. Too bad you're on the rooms are on the west side. Sorry, you won't have a view of that.
Well, it's better than a haversack. Thank you for your hospitality.
Welcome. She says you're welcome and keeps going, this sort of shuffling gait, certainly slow. Some of you might be tempted to just ask, okay, where's the room? Can you point at it? We don't need this slow-mo tour. But she doesn't seem to feel the pressure of that.
Like when Oogway's like blowing out candles.
I'd say Cashmere seems a little impatient. He's like stepping in place a lot more than he usually would.
Crim
Well,
is lost in thought, so he doesn't quite notice this.
Your dragon friend seems thoughtful for a companion.
yes, he has a big brain for quadrupedal. It's impressive.
He's full of a lot of thoughts. I can agree there.
You feel a pat on your head, Grim.
He appreciates this and smiles. He decides not to draw too much attention for now and just doesn't say anything.
She draws back from you as you smile and kind of falls on herself. Oof.
Right.
Sorry, could you... She reaches to be helped up.
Oh, yeah, he actually, he lowers a little, he brings a paw down, helps her up. He's very smart, very well-trained dragon.
Perhaps we didn't put a new sign on you.
As you help her up, you can feel the contour of her, like her right arm that you're grasping. The bones are bent out of shape, like a long bow, just misshapen, like muscles freely floating in the arc between them. It's disturbing, interesting, but not pleasant.
She said this was like a pretty quick process for that to happen, right? Like it was only like a few days where it happened.
She didn't. I don't think she described the process, but probably quick.
I recalled, like, I just recall asking how long it took, I guess, for it to settle in, like, and I was surprised that it was like actually a very fast-paced condition, it seemed.
Oh, the condition, not the other thing. Oh, yeah. Well, here we are. Key 1, key 2. If you need anything, come downstairs. Serve a meal at 6 p.m. Anything else I can do for you?
I'm not at all, miss. Thank you for hospitality, and thank you for getting acquainted with our good friend here. He pats Crim, as they say, birds of a feather flock together.
Just smiles, not getting it.
All right.
Yeah, Crim doesn't quite.
Yeah. All right.
He almost looks offended.
He'll lead us inside, try and get a bit of privacy. That's all right.
Yeah, Cashmere will nod at her and say, "We'll come to you. Don't worry. If we need you."
She turns slowly and starts heading down the stairs. There's 2 rooms that are disconnected, modest, normal accommodations, wood. There's really nothing remarkable about them.
With regards to her movements, is Crim's after hearing the description of how everything was paused for her and in general the process of the disease, Crim's taking a closer look at how she moves. Is she literally slowed down?
Yes, you don't think she would have the ability to run the way she's shaped right now. Like if you imagine a very frail, elderly woman, but in a young body.
No, that is not what I mean.
Yeah,
He's
she's like,
reacting to
did
some-
somebody cast a slow spell on her?
Okay. Make an arcana. No.
I was actually ready for being asked to make an Arcana check.
Okay, arcana or in what's the
Medicine?
Investigation.
investigation? Thank you.
Yeah, you got
All
reminds me of like when you're playing an emulator and it starts lagging. We didn't do it in time.
In this case, either one is the same bonus. So let's see. From his perspective, it would be Arcana. So dirty 20 Arcana.
Ew, dirty
Ah.
20.
No, you're familiar with magic that can slow down time on your foes, whatever, the slow spell. It is not like that. It's more of a
Okay.
bodily slowness.
Okay.
With a 20... There's some magical effect about her. You just
That's
have a sixth
persistent.
sense. Yes.
Okay.
Is this something that Turner could assist with or do a roll? I forget the dogpiling rolls.
Crim just absorbs the magic and she collapses in a painful heap.
Wow. I don't think I have formal dogpiling rules yet.
For what's worth, this is one I have expertise on, so it's at the very least something.
Sure, you could.
Okay. Well, I got less, so don't worry. 13.
Okay.
I'm gonna 5 on the die.
Okay. Able to settle in, have your privacy.
I think as soon as the door closes, Cashmere will turn to the rest of them and say, "So something is going on here, right?"
Oh, yes, definitely.
I concur. I give it 60-40 odds. This character has a similar gift to Turner.
Do you think it manifested another way? Like, it has to.
Do you mean the one that I just recently had gotten?
Yes, but different. The ability to freeze someone's condition in time. I mean, perhaps I'm overthinking. It might just be some advanced clerical spell, but it seems too coincidental.
Well, let's
But-
perhaps not jump to conclusions before we investigate this. For all we know, it
I
could
mean-
be some snake oil salesman.
We can
Getting-
check
getting
and see if
adage.
it's some sort of scam, but if all he's really doing with it is helping people, is it really anything we need to get involved with?
I agree. Our priority is the halting flame. Perhaps it could help us lead us to it, but I think we should check out Miller Square first.
I don't know. causing a medical condition like that, you think there'd be a better way to do that.
Oh, there is a better way.
We're
Yes,
not going
well,
to.
oh,
We're not going to turn people into what you are, unless it absolutely comes down to it.
It was a bit
Crim,
vague, but
Crim stumbles over. Crim stumbles over his words for a bit before he says, "Well, maybe if I learn the ritual again." Pouts.
if it might just not be even stopping illness. It seems like she's a bit vague, but if she could stop aging, that's a whole another can of worms entirely.
That's true. From my research, even I don't stop aging. I'm gonna die eventually. It's just gonna take a while.
Ain't that the truth for all of us? Well, no one lives forever. But we can check it out in the meantime. But I think we should look for the halting flame first.
I'll admit I'm curious about it, so I don't think we have to. We'll be leaving this the moment that we find it, so we can make a detour.
Fair. Well, we are still daylight, yes?
Yeah, it's mid-afternoon.
Alright, well, all in favor of seeking out this Garrick first, say aye.
Aye.
I am ambivalent to where we go to first.
Don't really know where to find the halting flame anyway, so maybe he'll know.
Yeah, good point. Aye.
Well, this seems like I don't want to cause a tie, so yes, let's head out.
Cashmere does look at Alex, though.
I mean,
And-
I was gonna go to the square, but I'll stick with everybody else.
Maybe he's at the square.
But Turner's already here. Get it?
Yes,
Wow.
I'm for the same thing.
So
Alright.
we'll head out.
After taking a moment to wash up, maybe grab a bite, whatever party's able to. Sorry, forgive me, not the party. The strange band of disparate, talented people.
Bodyguards.
Acquaintances.
Acquaintances head out.
Is Huston with us right now, or did he go off somewhere else? I forget.
He split off from you.
I guess we're being left to our own devices.
One person at the table downstairs, drinking a flagon of mead, says to someone else, mentions the term Spin Town, which you gather is the nickname of this place. And as you head back out, seems pretty apt. As you head out the front doors, they're pointed to, again, face that river upon which Valandria is settled. You see some gardens lining both banks, near and far. But spinning. There's a big water wheel next to a mill where a lot of the buildings are, where a lot of the hubbub is. You see some, not gondolas. Gondolas. Those things that sit on tracks that are going across the river. You see some people on pedal boats in the gaps between the buildings where you can see the actual water of the river. Spinning, weather vanes, etc. And there's a breeze every time you go between an alley that points north to south, as a northerly breeze cools you.
That's character, I'll give it that.
It's a trifle to ask for directions, and heading to Miller Square. Looks like it's the center of trade. The milky white canvases of all the windmills and other spinning things to catch the wind contrast well against the light brown flagstones of the simple streets and bricks and shingles of the roofs. As you get closer and closer to it, what really impresses you is how big that main water wheel actually is. There's this powerful, ponderous rotation. You hear deep grinding, accented with little cracks of something inside a mill. A bunch of crates outside as people are loading them. But before you can get too close to that, you see down a main street leading out of the square is a big old church with some symbol on the front, surely associated with the deity of the church. But there is a huge line out of the church. Some people are cutting the line. Some people are coming out of the doors. It doesn't seem like there's any sense of order, but is way more busy somehow than this center square of the entire town.
I think we found our spot.
How many in this town have illnesses? Curious.
Well, it's a town, so a lot.
And there's probably people coming from elsewhere.
True enough. Alright. Well, we can see if they're content to let us cut in line to ask questions, or maybe they'll let us cut in line if we only have questions.
My guess is there's somebody else who's a lot more accessible that we can talk to.
And we're for insight on Gurik, you mean?
Or insight on finding the halting flame.
Oh yes, true. We can fan out and ask some of the merchants around here if you're up for it.
I think we're gonna go for Garrick first. Was the vote?
Oh yeah, true. All right, well then. All right. So I doubt we want to stand in line.
I sure as hell I'm not.
If they're kind of just like watching it for 5 minutes, how fast does it seem to be moving? How long do they estimate it would probably take for them to have their turn?
You quickly deduce the line is moving very fast. Person on average might spend a couple minutes inside there. But some people are like leaving and then coming back in. You see one person leave and then 5 minutes later they come back with like a family around them.
Wait, just head in. Sorry, go on.
Maybe someone who has good insight, like maybe try to get a glean on how people seem to be once they leave that place, like Snap?
I can do that. I have insight.
But people are dilated.
Yeah, Cashmere will take a close look at all the people coming out of there and see how they look. 1d20 plus 5. 18.
Good.
Oh, I forgot to do that. Also, I got a new dice tower, but I didn't use that. Whatever.
Oh,
anyway.
You see all sorts of people, young, old, poor, rich. Most of them seem local, at least by the species. The most common mood you get is one of wonder. People are chatty, people are excited, people are eyes wide open. And you especially see a lot of people in like wheelchairs or walking strangely, acting strangely. In other words, people who may have some illnesses or disease or frailty among the most excited ones. There's no... Well, I don't know what else you might be looking for.
Cashmere will say, "Would you look at that? A whole gaggle of miracles. Fitting for a church."
Maybe it's just a very strong cleric.
Well, usually they don't. Usually they don't set up shop in a small town in the middle of the wilderness. Usually they're up in somewhere like Karifi or somewhere else where they can get a bit more notoriety.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to be questioned when you're in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I suppose.
I'll offer the benefit of the doubt. Could wait, like when you're like there's a big line for an amusement park, but then yet people just like watching it on the sideline, just like going around the line just to watch. Like, we do that, just like
yeah. This place has windows. So this is a square-shaped church or temple, ordinary size. There's tall vertical windows, not stained glass, so you can see through them. Or rather, you would be able to see through them except for the crowds that are persisting around all of them. You really can't get a great look without causing a commotion or waiting to get inside.
Okay.
Alright.
If the line's
Can you
moving
give us
fast, then might as well just chill for a little bit.
Can you give us a visual on what the church would look like? Do you have like one on hand?
I do not. I don't know, ordinary Catholic church, like 300 feet by 100 feet.
Do I have it marked which god it was?
Like
Tall
like
double
some-
doors.
Talona.
Something like this.
Across the very time out of girders.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that works.
All right, well, in case we would just pull out a smoke, take a spot in line.
Well, at least we have a reason to get you in there.
Took me a second. Well, after some experiences, they're essential.
You're not going to start carrying a cardboard box, are you?
While people are waiting in line, are there other people just kind of in the square who aren't a part of all of this?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna just go around asking them if any of them have heard anything about a halting flame.
Okay. Yes. You would quickly gather that this is a commonly asked question, and you are pointed immediately and definitively to one building in Miller Square. It has a fair amount of traffic, looks bigger. It's labeled the Lamplighter. And on a board that's like tacked on next to the title of the building, it says, painted red big letters, halting flames in stock.
Easy enough.
I'll make my way there.
Sensing that Alex might be looking to try to do two birds with one stone, Crim will go with Alex so that we at least have a buddy system going on.
Watch out for carpets.
Precisely.
Okay, if that's how we want to do it, I propose we go with the lamplighter thing first.
I suspect
Sure.
that might be shorter.
Just give me money, your thing.
Oh, shoot. Okay, let me think about this for a minute, actually.
We come in the element, it's like 500 gold. Sorry, Alex, I can't give credit.
Well, so I will say, since I am assuming this is a company expense, I don't intend to actually purchase it. I'm just going to get an idea of like what the price is and stuff like that and report that to Huston.
Alex has the company credit card ready.
I cast credit card at level 2.
I use Concur.
Okay, then let me switch gears here. One sec.
Who's going where here?
I know Wade's going to Priest Guy.
Same with Turner.
All right.
I think Turner would like at least at least one more person who has like either a sense of I guess either a good sense of insight or medicine knowledge to help him kind of like scope this one out.
Yeah, I'll have Cashmere there as well. He might be like scouting on the edge though.
Okay.
So
I think the medicine. No, wait. Crim's actually not good at medicine. Ironically.
I think Cash is our medical guy.
Okay.
Or no,
Yeah.
no, that's no, sorry, that's Alex rather. Cash is our insight, our sleuth.
he does have +3 medicine, but he's not proficient in it. So,
We
yeah.
split to our liking.
Yes. Alex and Crim, store, the other 3, church.
Heading into the store. It is a light-themed store. You get candles, scented and practical, lanterns, ornamental and practical. You get LEDs. No, you don't. Those don't exist. And other illuminatory objects. But despite all this, it's a pretty dark room, even in the middle of daylight. In fact, roll an Arcana check if those of you are here wish to do so.
Oh shit! Why is this my nat 20? All right, 30, I guess.
Okay, enough said. Crim, you can tell immediately that multiple spells that create magical darkness have been placed in this store strategically to highlight the most expensive candles and lamps and
Wow.
braziers and stuff. Like, wow, those are so bright.
You want to know the best part?
What?
I also got a nat 20.
We're wasting all of them, guys.
You suddenly have a better idea of how this store has secured such a great place in the center of town. At the front desk, you see an owl who is talking with a beaver. It's Huston. Looks like he's already knee-deep in negotiations with this person. You see the owl is gesturing with her talon to a few different special lanterns in the back. In the section and like small writing says, halting flame storage. There's like workers moving out, placing some. It seems like it's the most active piece of business of this place. And as you get closer, Huston is asking something, and the owl replies, Yes, it's true. Yes, a druid, a dark druid, or so they say, building a cult out there. Probably multiple dark druids now. It sounds so silly. But it's a big deal. You really need these things if you want to be safe. Huston notices you. Oh, hey, come on over. Just doing some negotiations, getting the truth out of the gossip.
Well, funnily enough, I just came in here to eye out the place a little bit to report back to you, but I guess you beat me to the punch.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you, Alex. Thank you. Apparently, there's this druid darkness, with capital D on each word, that bothers travelers. It's not just a rumor anymore. It's a thing that's really going on, has been for weeks. And apparently this lantern sheds this magical light, and you'll be fine if you can't see in the dark.
So that means we're probably going to be running into some dark druids as well, possibly?
The owl says, Oh, it's not something to be overly concerned with. It's not like he's hurting folks. A lot of folks like the dark, like me. Or take those who live in Sunflag, for example. But if you want to be able to see and go at a reasonable pace on your wagons or whatever you take, you'll need to see.
Interesting.
Huston starts asking again, how many hundreds of gold? Assuming we also need the mounting apparatus, we need to modify our wagon a little bit. And she replies, goes back to the back to ask someone else about some figures. Sort of continue negotiating.
Well, there's nothing else you need us here for, I guess you've got this settled already.
Oh, I think so. I don't know if I'm getting the best deal, but I'm getting one. I've heard there's a big demand this year in Sunflag, so we'll recoup it. Unless one of you want to take over, if you think you're up to it.
Wrong people.
Kind of looking at the shopkeeper here, does it seem like she's being honest with him about all of this? Like, is she drumming up hype for how necessary this is, or to maybe potentially to just inflate the price a little bit?
Yep, you can roll insight check for that. Sure, there's a lot of hype around here for this.
That is a 22.
Okay. You had heard the term Dark Druid thrown around once or twice amongst other people not in this business area, since you've been here too. And studying, no, you would guess that this is a response, like a business who found a need and acted on it decisively, cornered the market, rather than the source of rumors. You'd trust her.
And it's probably not like a bit where they're coordinating with each other to run a
It's a
scam.
racket.
Well, you only got a 22.
That's possible. She's acting on a need. How did that need arise? Huston says, if there's no takers, there's no worries. I'll probably be here for a little while, though. Would love if you guys came back before the transaction's done and finalized to see what you think. As guards and logistics man, make sure he comes too. But if you want to do more leisure time, that's fine.
Crim nods and says quietly to Alex, it'd be probably good if we had everyone take a look at this just in case. I'm going to be honest, if I tried to make a deal here, I'd probably make it worse.
Alright, I'll see if we can round up everyone for this.
Yeah, just as a reminder, Crim's charisma is -1.
As we're heading out, I'm gonna pull out that book of mine. I'm gonna see if there's anything in here about that could potentially refer to this dark druid craft that they're talking about.
This book referring to what exactly?
My book on primal magic.
Ooh. Let me think about that for a moment. Dark Druid, yeah. Oh yeah, let's consult these notes. These notes.
No.
Um,
No.
Arcado, okay. Check one more thing. Okay. You could roll Arcana or Nature, I would say, for this.
Well, if I can do nature, then all the better.
You guys got both those skills covered now?
Not a great roll. 14.
14. Druid is a term in common parlance in Bose. It does not specifically refer to the class as we know it, but refers to people who revere, protect, use the natural world. And they tend to be hermits or outcasts, because they stay in nature all the time. Anything that is a natural force or entity probably can be manipulated by those who are powerful in the druidic arts. And that includes the light of the sun, the cold light of the moon, darkness, fire, etc. You're not aware of any specific druid domain or circle or group that celebrates darkness or utilizes darkness, but you certainly see how one could arise that claims that as their domain. You're not aware otherwise of any extra info about that.
Gotcha.
Okay. Anything else those around here would like to do?
I'm just heading outside.
Any good books?
Yes. Right next door to this lamplighter is a souvenir shop. And right next to it is a rent your boats shop. Gonna poke in the souvenirs.
Well,
yeah, like a little harbor shop where you can...
Yeah, there might be good books in the rent your boat shop.
I had a modern day D&D campaign where we took a rented boat to fight the final boss.
Yeah, Crim briefly visits the souvenir shop to see if there are any books that are relevant to the culture. He recognizes that the others are a bit of in a rush, so he won't spend too much time on that. He might pop by later if he doesn't find anything immediately.
You find a lot of books on acorns and nut meal and nut butter. It seems like this place exports a lot of that stuff. But there's also a bunch of history on how this place became Spin City and meteorology of it. I'll leave it to you what sort of topic you'd wish to get a book on.
The historical one seems interesting on Spin City in this case, so he'll grab that one.
Okay, let me write that down. That will be 3 silver, please.
He happily pays it. He manages to do this entirely mute by just getting the thing, putting it on the table, and then producing the silver.
Nice.
What a smart dragon.
You get lots of smiles that are, in our world. Oh, like that's a cute dog. That's a cool trick. That's the sort of thing you get. Okay.
He thinks to himself, I'm gonna get a complex from this, but I like it.
How does Alex feel about this?
Well, Alex is probably just like watching with secondhand embarrassment.
I guess
Because, like-
maybe kind of seems like a lot of work to go through when you could just admit that you're intelligent.
Well, what I mean is, like, sometimes, like, aren't people thinking that he's Alex's dragon?
Oh,
Oh, that'd be
potentially.
fun.
I don't know.
So that's what I was wondering about, like, how he feels about that part.
Yeah, you probably
That's
get a comment that's like, "Wow, how'd you get a dragon?"
He's
You see, it all started a long time ago.
when Fizzman's released.
Crim eventually returns with a smile, flashing the book, and then nods over at Alex. They're set to go return to the others, whatever they're doing. Be a bit of a delay before we arrive.
Okay. Those of you who are in line, roll for initiative. No, you.
Neat.
A
Nat 20.
white plumed bird pops out and announces that Garek is growing weary. He's only going to do 1 or 2 more. The rest of you come back in half of an hour's time. Something like that, please. Be kind and courteous. And then he seems to be struck with some inspiration. Miracles can't happen at rapid pace after all. Some groans and laughs. The line starts to disperse.
Seems they can. Hopefully, I'll have time for a few questions. Widow will try and make his way to up front. The rest of the group will follow.
Cashmere will actually hold up his paw for a second. Wait.
Yes?
Did we have a plan for this?
I intended on just asking for details. I figure I could put under the impression of asking for advice on my parents getting one of his treatments. They were injured in the last war.
Is this...
Cashmere blinks and looks at him incredulously. You don't actually think this is real, do you?
After all we've seen, you don't think the possibility exists?
No. Not real, as in it happens. As in, there's another one of those something that Turner has.
Yes, I think it's quite possible, or my instinct points to it, but it's been wrong before.
Wait, about your parents, is that something that is actually true and something you are looking into this for?
Well, we'd long since dismissed it as just part of their service. I didn't think there'd be a way to reverse it. I still don't think there is, but if he believes it, perhaps he'll loosen his lips a little bit. Otherwise, I doubt he'd just be there if we simply were to ask questions as tourists. But if it's an appointment of someone seeking information for a client, perhaps.
Well, you're making me hope that this really is true then.
You and me both. But...
I don't have high hopes, but all right.
I'd like one of you to roll a religion check, please.
I'll go ahead and do that one since I got proficiency.
Religion?
17.
Okay. You recognize the sheaf of grain and color palette used to paint this building. This is a church of Shantea, who is a goddess of bounty, harvest, grain, life, everything associated with agriculture, sort of traditional. Is there anything else you wish to know about Shantea?
Alignment, typically.
Good.
Mhm.
Not really a big fan of law or chaos. She's often personified as a field mouse of some kind that might be kind of nimbly running between the base of the crops.
With long purple hair and red pants. Oh,
Refresh
Shante. Shante.
Oh,
refresh my memory. The person who we're about to talk to has an affiliation with the god of disease, right?
Yeah.
And that person is taking up shop in the god of harvest's turf.
Well, it's
Yes.
not. Yeah, it's not unusual for towns to only have like maybe a god or two that has a temple there. So it could just be the only place to. I guess but that does give a good question. Like, do those two gods like have any sort of known relationship in the pantheon?
Yeah, I just wanted to remark about the irony of the matter.
Yeah. Did you say 18 or 15?
17.
Oh, okay. 17. You're not too aware of Talona's... That's the disease one. Not a greater common deity. You wouldn't really know. But entering the front doors at last, this dour-looking river otter kind of is entering at the same time, kind of holds the door open with his tail for you. He's busy looking at the scene inside.
Obligatory otter.
And you're able to see the interior of this place. It is stereotypical church, brick and clay, earthy materials. There's plant shelves lining all the walls on left and right, vines artistically braided in between. You see over the pulpit above there's a pitchfork crossed with a scythe, which has short wooden stairs leading up to it. And currently, those symbols are being taken down and being replaced by 3 teardrops in an upside-down purple triangle.
Is that the Shantae insignia?
No. The first one, a scythe and a pitchfork, sure, yeah. It's farmy enough. The other one you don't know off the bat.
Sorry, I meant to ask that a Talonor or whatever it was called. Insignia is what I meant to say. Talona.
With a 17, could be. Maybe. What else? Sorry, one sec.
Bless me. You sent him my ammo.
There's still a few people in here, onlookers, but the sneeze. Onlookers, but not people who look eager to be receiving a service. These are groups of friends, families. One of them, which is the auditory backdrop you hear as you might approach, is having an emphatic conversation, like a sister to a brother, and between them, an older-looking woman looks related to them, and she's saying, "Brother, imagine there's something wrong with your body. It's getting worse. You get diagnosed with a disease that will give you a new symptom every month. Worse and worse every month. It's inevitable. Whether that's losing your memory, the connection to your people around you, whether that's pain in your back, blindness, deafness, and you don't have the gold to go searching for a holy person. You probably doubt there's anything they could do. You don't have hope." He looks like he's about to say something, and she's like, "No. Then a miracle happens. It's going to stop. It's not going to get worse. You're going to be okay. Can't you understand how much hope he gives them?" And her brother seems sort of cowed by this. Just says, "Yeah, okay, I get it."
Excuse me, if we could have a moment of your time.
"Oh, you're probably here to see Garrick. He's right up there on the pulpit with those clergy people. Right? Or did you want to ask me something?" My name's Belenia.
Way crossing, pleasure. Belenia. I suppose we could ask both of you. I noticed you were conversing. I've been looking into seeing as if this service of his is really the miracle many proclaim it to be, and I'm looking to have some insight from differing viewpoints. It sounds like you're discussing amongst yourselves. I'd be glad to hear both of your points, if you don't mind. It'd save Sir Garrick some time having to show us.
Roll a persuasion check, Wade.
Yeah, I get +2 because I'm in a crowd, so that's persuade. Yeah, persuasion. That'd be +10. Aha! Oh, yeah, I got this.
Wow.
Hopefully.
Damn.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! What the fuck?
35.
How did all of us
Wow.
get nat 20s as our first rolls? Oh, we're gonna get fucked later. I just know
You
it.
sure are. Your manner has captivated her and everyone in the vicinity. You're now forming the secondary crowd in this church, and drawing the eyes of the people up in the nave and such. I'd be honored to. You don't look like you're from around here. Anyway, sure. My points. Well, it's just so wonderful. We're just so thankful. There's so many people from Mamelon, from Masozu, and beyond who can benefit, like our mother soon will. And so many
Sounds-
already have. There's not downsides. There's no problems. It's truly a divine gift.
Sounds excellent. What possible sources of reservation could there be? And he looks to the other guys as if like that's your cue.
Yeah. Oh, and they look like they're like a chipmunk, some kind of small rodent family. He's like 5 feet. He says, "Well, it just seems too good to be true. These things come with a catch, sister," and Wade crossing. There's no such magic, divine gift, at least since the age of heroes during the Outclassed War, that does such wonderful things permanently. That's not how magic works. That's not how life works. There must be a curse attached to it. There must be someone who's suffering to do this. It's logic, really.
Turner's kind of definitely listening to this guy, and then asking him, "How long ago did this gentleman set up shop here? And could you tell me what those? They seem to be changing some of the decorations up. What are they replacing them with?"
6 days. Yeah, 6 days. 6 days. Right. I don't know. I heard that he isn't affiliated with this Church of Chantia, and I think the people, word is spreading, and they've sort of put him here to do what he can, because it's an accessible place. You know, you think of healing, whatever he does, you go to the church. The clergy put up a fight, I guess, yesterday. Some of them stormed off, sort of being hijacked, I guess. But everyone else, screw the clergy of Chantia. No offense, Chantia, seriously, but this man is working miracles, so he deserves this place, I think. That's what most people think, and there's nods.
I see. And he's treated dozens at this point, correct? Have there been any changes in behavior? That's any side effects of this?
Any present might roll insight or investigation to sort of scan a crowd.
I'll do insight.
As okay, everyone sort of puts in their 2 cents. Some side conversations pick up.
15.
I can do investigation unless you're only going for one roll.
Oh no, anyone could roll.
Okay. I at least have +4, so that's something. And that one.
I'd have it eventually.
There we go.
You know, Tal, you can at the very least stop being suspicious of me.
Your mind's probably occupied with the the magic and the details of this.
Who else rolled?
Cashmere.
Just us two.
Okay, 15, and what'd you get, Wade?
Oh shit! I'll roll.
You don't have to
Yeah.
roll. Sorry.
It's perception, right?
Insight or investigation.
I'm bad at both of those. See, I'll hold off.
15 insight. You don't think anyone has any credible... Oh, this person changed. That person's actually unhealthy. Or that person started being weird. Like 1 or 2 people are like, I'm a bit suspicious. I'm with that boy right there. It's a little too good to be true. But everything seems to be positive. Like, sure, people are acting differently because a joyous thing has happened to them.
I'll have Cashmere speak up now and say, you know, what happens if it turns out not to be real? What then? If it's all some magical nothing or other. I've seen these kinds of scam. Well, not maybe this exact scam before, but I've seen scams like this before. Someone's going to notice eventually, if it isn't real.
It's true, one guy pipes up. My wife got it. She's on vacation now that she doesn't have to worry about injuring her knees further, and she hasn't needed to sleep, relieve herself, eat. I mean, she has, but it's like she's forced to. It's like she's frozen. She's in this limbo, this stasis. I don't like it. It's unnatural.
See? It's not exactly what you asked for.
No, it's not what I asked for, but... Sounds like I'm just pulling out all these voices out of nowhere, but...
Yeah.
Not what I asked for, but... There's no downside. She can still eat. She can still breathe.
Well, this has only been 6 days when these new miracles or these new experiments are brought forth to the public. Usually, there's a bit more ample time to test to see what side effects might occur from this. I think it's a bit too soon for anybody to be counting their chickens. Do you not think?
Could you give me a intelligence check, please, in place of persuasion?
Okay.
So an intelligence-based persuasion check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Logos.
13.
13. Yeah, you get some people nodding along. You gather that this community isn't the most stubborn or very intellectual. It's like, oh wow, that's a really good point. I didn't think about that. Sort of change the tides, and there's a bit more doubt amongst the ranks. And some people are leaving now, spreading or with thoughts on their mind.
Yeah, fair. Does the scare charge with this service, or no?
No, they say.
Curious.
Did I do a roll only on Shantae?
Yes.
Can I do a roll on Talona?
Sure, and then after this, I think that at that point, Crim and Alex would be able to arrive if they wished.
It's cocked. Okay, there's a good roll finally. 24.
Okay. Talona, the Mistress of Disease, her main title. Not the most popular deity, obviously, but as I said last session, okay, if you get diagnosed with a magical heart attack or something, you might pray to Talona, please spare me, protect me from progressing or having the worst outcome. Or if you're not a cool guy or a poisoner or something, you might favor her.
For obvious reasons, would Crim be familiar with this?
Yes.
Okay. With my 24, getting more of a look at those things that are being hung up, would this maybe spark some recollection? Does this seem to be their insignia? Does this god seem to typically have a more neutral or evil alignment?
Also, because of your backstory, because you've seen all sorts of temples and places and such, that does spark a recollection, and yeah, you're pretty sure this is the symbol of Talona. Not one you usually display so obviously, because it's synonymous with poison and disease.
And as for their typical alignment?
Evil, chaos.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Well, let's say there's a bit of... There definitely is more uncertainty that's can probably be seen on Turner's face right now.
Alex and Crim enter, and at this point, you're one of the maybe 15 people left in this church. Up on the pulpit, you would be able to see an altar, but it's currently being used to carry food, drink, gifts. It seems some are wrapped up. There's a few people who are clearly of the clergy. They're wearing sun hats. They look like gardeners or farmers with their yellow-green cloaks on, tied tight sleeves to not catch on the plants they're supposed to be walking by. They're conversing sort of worriedly as they sort of half tend to, but half watch the other people up on the, what is it called? Chancel, I guess, or apse. I'm not too familiar with those terms. You just are also able to witness an older woman offering up her father, a 75-year-old looking gazelle, uplifted obviously, and a middle-aged fish, some type of very unremarkable river fish. You probably see a lot of them around here. He lets his sleeves fall down. They look like they're a bit too big for him. Leans forward with his thin hand, touches the man's forehead, both his hands actually, closes his eyes. Nothing really miraculous seems to happen, but he sure seems like something's happening to him. He's looking around in surprise. And then he releases it. He thanks the fish. And some guy, one of the clergy people next to, presumably Garrick the fish, sort of seems to be insisting he should take a break and beckons him to a chair off to the side. Yeah.
So, of all the people who kind of seemed a bit uncertain, or who kind of seemed to skeptical as we started talking, do any of them that we know have any of them gotten a blessing from him that we can see?
Sure. This man just now walks down and looks like he's about to exit the church.
Wait, I might need your help convincing this person. I want to try to identify what enchantments are on him.
Yes.
While that's
sir.
happening,
Go on.
While that's happening, Crim will quietly catch up with the others on what we missed, just so that we're all on the same page.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay, so everyone's aware of the Huston situation and this situation.
Yeah.
Sir, pleasant day to meet you. If we could have a moment of your time. My friend here, he's a bit of a scholar. We're looking into the details of the miracles that have been happening at this church. We're looking to study it. Would you mind if we take a look?
It would only require a minute of your time. I would normally set up a place to get comfortable, but I think I can go with I don't want to keep you here too long.
When you say literal, a minute, is that literal?
Yes.
Okay. The woman pulls her arm in his protectively, but he says, "Shouldn't we pass along the good free gesture I just received, daughter?" And she relents and he inclines his head, ask away.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Trying to see what identify basically is what that does require touch. So could he kind of see where the guy may have where the cleric guy may have put his hands on this person?
Yep, it appears like an ordinary head.
Okay. You can feel free to tell me to back off. I just wish to get a feel of what magic has been used. And you basically try to cast the identify spell. It'll take a minute to cast.
Most people, I think, would be familiar with that, right?
Yeah. It's
This guy's like D-level command if he gets undone by identify spell.
like any pawn shop worth its salt would have someone able to ritually cast identify.
Mm-hmm. Does he allow it?
No, roll for initiative. Yeah, he nails it. He allows it.
Okay. Turner nods, and then he'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. Speak your words, wave your focus about him, do some gestures, and information flows to you.
A curse of dying.
How? Okay, I will DM you.
Oh boy.
Okay, this will take a little moment because I don't really have too much typed up, and I want to do it textually. So feel free to roleplay amongst yourselves.
Okay, I imagine that Turner's just like maybe just kind of like sitting behind this guy. Maybe has like a hand like over the part where the magic was coursing into him, just like eyes closed as he just, some sort of gestures to whatever, like somatic gestures that he would use to glean this information.
Crim whispers to Alex and Wade. Oh, and Cashmere. I've never really learned how to identify things in that way. I kind of just, well, if I'm ever feeling peckish and it's a harmless thing,
Well, I advise you take a closer look into what you eat, friend. You never know.
That's true. Sometimes I get a really strange urge to eat things, and it worries me sometimes.
Is it specifically items of, shall we say, importance?
Yeah, it could be important sometimes. Usually.
I see. Well, we'll have to keep that in mind.
You can tell he's intentionally being vague about that.
Yeah, got it. You give me serious Gale vibes from Baldur's Gate.
I was just thinking of that.
And is this appetite? Is it a requirement or simply?
No, I haven't done it in a while.
I see. Well, it's something to keep in mind. If we find any meals that are expensive but not much worth to us, perhaps
his eyes bug out nervously. Oh, you don't have to look. For what it's worth, this is in reference to his behemoth feat. If someone ever happens to reach 0, who's expendable.
Oh.
There we go.
Continue.
Hold on, guys. Some dork DM'd me.
Well,
I'm a dork.
Gross.
What if this miracle could stop wounds mid-clot?
Imagine if Turner's reaction was like his eyes go wide, he like draws a dagger or something. That'd be hype.
Would he get would he get any sense of how long this will last? Because I think it should identify. Let me see if by the wording of the spell, if it identifies the spell.
Learn what spells.
If you touch a creature through this casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
It's not a spell, such a vague word.
It's a magical effect. Haha.
Yeah. Like, I suppose by the letter of the spell, I'm being generous in giving you what is happening, but you wouldn't really characterize it as a spell that has a duration that you could quantify. Maybe it has a duration, but you don't know.
Okay.
It'd be great if all the effects hit them at the end, like Indiana Jones, where they just melt from all the illnesses going over them.
oh my god.
Okay. Is there anything that Turner can try to glean more from this with an Arcana roll, or is this basically, does he just get this effect and that's the information we have to go on currently?
I could add additional information if you feel like there's something missing.
Well, no, I don't think you necessarily are missing any information. It's just is there anything that Turner could maybe try to glean from this if he just tries to really think about what this might mean, Or would it just require him learning more?
I don't understand. Does anyone else understand what he means?
I think he's basically equating this to, after identify, can he Arcana check what the fuck just happened?
Where this blessing might have come from,
Has he ever seen effects of this nature in the past?
or read about them, or
Yeah.
heard about them?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, you could roll Arcana to correlate this, recognize some pattern or extrapolation.
Okay, I'll start
In
off.
terms of what the effect is, that's it.
Okay. I'm gonna use my what's it called again?
Resolve.
Resolve, thank you, to get rid of the second nat one. And
Oh,
become a
God.
17, which becomes a 25.
Yay.
Yippee.
You think. Something stasis-y like this. Yeah, it reminds you of spells that can manipulate time, like slow and haste. You're familiar with those things employed, like in the war and combat, or gifted spellcasters can, nothing like this. You're not aware of this effect ever having existed.
Oh.
Yeah, Eternal just kind of relay that, and the more I learn, the more I realize how little I do know, and this is definitely making me feel uneasy. At this point, it's clear that they're just taking over this place.
Humility is a source of learning.
At any point, this effect can probably just go away at the snap of a finger, and they'll all be right back exactly as they were before. They were not cured at all.
So it was suppressed?
It's paused.
Well, they deserve to know that, but even if that were true, it would still be a net benefit, wouldn't it?
Were you going to say something, Doc? Okay.
The only issue it could be, as you say, some sort of blackmail. But
it gives them false hope.
They at least deserve to know what they've received. Apologies, Doc, or Snap, for cutting you off.
Yeah.
No, that was it.
Let's see if we can get it from the horse's mouth. And wait, I'll try and go up to the fish. If that's all right.
That's racist in this world.
A horse next to you says, "What do you want to know?" No. You head on up. You are probably never stood at this position in a church before. You could see a bunch of pews, a couple of them occupied. Doors are open again. One of the clergy invites people to start lining up again. This guy's had enough of a break. And perhaps mistaking you for the next person requesting this miracle. You are beckoned forward, Wade, and this fish man stands up tiredly, but not before one of the other clergy kind of taps him on the shoulder and helps him stand up. He looks surprised and nods and quickly stands and approaches you.
I don't ask for any miracles, Sergei, just a bit of time and information, if that's all right. You can continue with the rest if we won't impede your service. I have some questions, as do all of my squad mates here.
The fish, he looks like he's about 50 or so. Looks like he's grimacing constantly. His lips are just drawn back. He's wearing a blue tunic with purple stripes that match his gray purpley scales. With your... Does anyone have a passive perception of 15 or above?
Yes. Cashmere does.
Yes.
Alright. You three would catch that he has on a bracelet underneath one of his voluminous sleeves that is somewhat tight. He's probably grown with this bracelet for a long time. And the centerpiece of the bracelet is a silver goat with, horns unnaturally. It's a religious symbol, no doubt. And Turner, since you also noticed this is another...
I actually didn't. I was raising my hand just to ask a question, but I'll hold off.
Oh. Okay.
Just Cashmere and Alex at 15.
Okay, yeah, an interesting religious bracelet. He says to you, Wade, is that all right? He seems to say to no one else in particular, and the clergy, yeah, that's all right. He just looks back at you, Wade, blankly.
Yes. I suppose we'd like to know we got the brief gist, but the absolute specifics of this generous service you've been giving others, and exactly how it helps people, and its strengths and its limitations, if that's all right. Will you be willing to divulge that?
His head starts to turn again to one of the clergy, some budgie fish, or it's not fish, bird woman. She raises his hand. Yes, you can answer him, Garrick. It's okay for the millionth time. Don't need permission.
curious.
And the fish says, "Oh, sure then, sure. Did you have a specific question? Would you mind repeating it?"
How long do these? How long will this turn into just kind of cut him off here? In character, but how long does this blessing last? Can anything cause it to just
Resume.
Yes.
It lasts forever. It keeps things as they are. It keeps things as they are.
So I'm curious. Could it be dispelled in some way, or is it more permanent than that?
I suppose so. I don't know how to do that. I only place it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, you seem, well, I've heard you've only been in this area for 6 days, but you're independent from this church, right? Or
Right. I'm here because people want me to be here. I'm happy to be here. Don't get me wrong. I want people to live long, healthy lives, and if I need to be in this church to do it, so be it.
I admire your sense of duty. How did you get this miracle of yours, if you don't mind me asking?
I really hope you believe me. Most people don't.
Just try me, friend.
I don't know.
It just
So you-
came to you? Go on.
Like, Crim finally breaks his silence. You just woke up with it? And you knew about it?
No. I knew I had it. I don't know. I've been coming up with this theory. 10 years ago, I was a medic. It was a war thing that happened on the border. You guys aren't from around here, I can tell. It was a field hospital.
Which unit?
He says, it was the 7th Field Hospital. It was erected so quickly we didn't really have time to name it. People from all the units would send their wounded to me.
I see. Is he familiar with that? Wait.
Yes, where there's a few field hospitals, and this would be matching the geographic area.
Good man. I see. So, would he have recalled this back in the day? Or did this happen?
No, you're not aware of this guy or this miracle. So back then, I've always had a desire to keep people healthy, to heal. It wasn't a religious thing. It wasn't a miracle. I'm still not sure if that's what I'm doing. They all seem to think Anyway, maybe it's because of my background that I was granted this. I did become religious. I did move back to Valandria after that operation. But yeah, one day, a few days ago, my memory's a bit fuzzy, but I realized what I could do, and I started doing it.
Just a man trying to do what's right. I respect that.
You used it on yourself, haven't you?
No, actually.
I wasn't meaning to accuse you with that. I'm sorry if that's how it came out. You look like you're in a lot of pain. I was wondering if maybe you tried to stop something worse and...
You get a point of resolve.
Well, I guess Will already used his. I'm full, so we'll go ahead and take it.
Okay.
That's so generous. You get a point of... No.
It goes into the ether.
Infinite resolve, which...
really duped that resolve. I'm not used to this situation. I don't think I'm in pain. Am I in pain? And the bird woman just waves him back.
You would know that better than she would.
Right.
Yeah. How old are you, friend?
I'm 50 years old.
Does that track with his current condition? How he looks?
He looks 50. He doesn't seem to be talking like a normal, world-wise, aged man.
If you don't mind me asking, though, when you when someone just comes into an ability like this, do you not think it wise to understand the limitations of it, the potential side effects that may come? This is a little bit of like a broken record, I guess, from before, but I figure it still makes sense to say it, because if at some point something you were to wake up and this effect is no longer here, and all these people are going about their lives with all this confidence that they've gained from this, might be a little reckless.
He's sort of waffling in his answer, like almost drawing back from you towards the three people behind him. One of them steps forward in his place, saying, "It's the responsibility to use the powers of good for good as much as you can. There's no questioning, there's no experimentation needed. I've already had people identify it, study it. It is good and nothing else." One of the other clergy starts trying to argue with that. But what were you going to say?
The clergy can speak up first.
Okay. One of the women says, "You sound so much like Reginald, but not like Reginald. It's funny. You'd probably get his position at this rate. I don't think it's right that we've allowed him to supplant us here. This has nothing to do with Chantia, and it seems like this is a familiar argument because a bunch of them start arguing with each other with like pre-made choice words. Meanwhile, Garrick just looks uncomfortable.
Cashmere will.
What you want to do,
Cashmere?
not what you feel obligated to do. Is it what you want to do?
Cashmere will lean over to Wade and whisper, "This would be a lot easier if he was evil like the other guy."
I'm glad he's not.
I just want to be good. I want to, I think, protect it. I want to keep helping.
Good man. I wish you'd been closer to me back then.
I don't want to cause drama. I'm trying to do what the people will. I think it's working out."
Crim speaks up finally. He quietly says, I think he has a point. I understand having power and wanting to do best with it. And it seems like you've taken precautions, but what about later? Or do you plan to like move to other villages and see what happens, or?
Some people, smart people, have given me advice that I think I should follow. I don't want to offend Chantia, but if I'm Talona's chosen, as everyone seems to agree, I think it's unwise to scorn the miracle. I do want to spread it.
If I can still just appeal to my own perspective, I'm an alumni of Ogmig Observatory, and they've instilled in us the importance of understanding the responsibility of your gift, using it wisely, using it with knowledge, knowing the possibilities of what you are doing and the effects that it might have on yourself, let alone everyone around you. You've only had
Seems
this
like
gift
they've
for 6 days.
So you don't think I should be doing what I'm doing? You don't think I should be going after this, going somewhere else to spread it more, to keep more people from getting more unhealthy? Have I been doing it wrong?
Well, I mean, I think it's a good start. Don't you think? Just needs more study, right? He looks at
Thank
the
you.
others.
I think you're a good man and your heart's in the right place. Out of curiosity, back then, were you with the, how I say, irregulars? Or
It takes a moment for him to be calmed down by the other people. He takes like a minute to pace. But he does eventually return to questioning. You see a line is beginning to grow, waiting for their turn of people. So people are getting a little upset. And he explains that, yeah, he was with the forces from Mamelon.
see, curious. If I'm asking, you don't seem the type. But forgive me, that's not fair. If you ever want to tell a few stories and wait to like pull out his knapsack, just pull out a little cap, hold it in his hand.
He smiles for the first time at that. It's like some youth is coming out of him as he nods. Oh, yeah, I got that a lot. It's no problem. Around here, we're not so Mamelonian. A lot of people who don't fit that bill live in Valandria and the areas around, so I still count myself as a Mamelon Forest resident at the very least.
I see. Well,
Would
since
you ever
did good
want...
work. Oh, go on. Sorry, you can go on.
Says, would you ever want to... And then the front doors burst open. And I think we need to take a break.
Roll initiative, bitches.
Good idea.
Yeah. All right.
Be
You will subscribe.
No.
You
Oh,
will
no.
click the subscribe button. You will follow this
No.
channel. You will join our Discord and be an active member of our fostering community.
I know someone who has a growing YouTube channel who specifically never, like as promised, never will I do smash that like button, subscribe. Matter of principle, and I respect that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then we don't get Will hypnosis ASMR.
Like, comment, and survive.
I'm sure it does help a lot, though.
Yeah.
So like, how to grow your channel? Tell people to hit the like button.
There's a reason why some people will do it like multiple times in their video, because it unfortunately does work. But
And the video will end at 8 minutes and just go for another 2 minutes just to plot with the ending screen.
But for what it's worth, we are not monetizing this stream, so your likes will only just make us feel good. That's all.
Mhm.
Or whatever Twitch does nowadays. I think just follow.
it lets us know you're there, and we're thankful.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Bose, doors bang open, and I prepare the new music. One moment.
Oh,
Boy, new music. You know what that means?
It's just a whiny mom with a kid. Well, I want miracle.
Yeah. False alarm.
We
I'd like
have
to-
miracles
Becomes
at
Malomar
home,
from
Jimmy.
Twilight Princess.
Miracles at home.
I would like to speak to your bishop, please.
Mom, that's just to cure wounds. This guy has freeze wounds. Sorry.
That's good.
Okay. Doors bang open in stride. Two figures. A rooster and another rooster. Looks a little bit younger. There's the jangle of chainmail under their uniforms, which are the same clergy robes as those other people right next to you. And they both have these broaded guild leaves shaped shields. The rooster in the lead, speaking loudly, his voice echoing between the plants and the walls and over the pews, reaching the high arch ceiling, speaks up even as he's approaching, saying, "This heresy is still occurring, huh? And you clergymen and women remaining heretical in this defacement, this supplantation? I see even now the symbol of Trontia means nothing to you. Gone is it from our sights. What have you brought yourselves to?"
Oh god,
Some of the-
we're not in the middle of a holy war, are we?
I think we're about to start one.
As Garrick sort of shrinks down into himself and every head turns in this direction, two of the clergy start meekly arguing. It's clear they have a history with this person, maybe some command structure or past something. And he shuts them down, saying more of the same stuff, spouting indignation as he finally reaches where you all are.
Sir, we can take this up after hours. This is neither the time nor place.
I think.
And who are you? Cheetah Man who is in the middle of the Temple of Chauntea in Valandria? Clearly you do not support Chauntea, yet you stand housed within her walls.
I'm just a man trying to assess the utility of this effect, just as I assume you are. We have that in common.
The effect, wondrous as it may be, can be on the streets, in another church, in the tavern, anywhere but here.
And who are you exactly?
I am Reginald, Bishop of Chauntea.
Of course, he's fucking named
This
Reginald.
is my younger brother, Arthurus. Introduce yourself, Arthurus. I'm Arthurus. I agree with him. Good man.
Well, that doesn't seem too out of line. There can't be two churches. He looks back to the other clerics by fish.
The fish looks like his mouth is zipped closed of his own volition. Some onlookers, one of them steps up, saying, Reginald, listen, sorry, Bishop Reginald, you don't need to be like this right now. It's pretty much you against everyone in Valandria. The people want him to be here. Reginald, his tail and like his waddle shake as he draws himself up even higher, his voice growing higher pitched. I resent that remark. I don't care. This is my church, and Chauntea is watching everything that happens here, no doubt shaking her head in disgust.
So your candor could use some work, but you have a point. This town seems big enough for two services. Do people just not appreciate you anymore?
So you're agreeing with him, basically.
He's trying to more or less, he's trying to play middle guy.
Okay.
Yeah, the suggestion was maybe there can be both.
This is Valandria. Agriculture, the acorns from the trees, the mushrooms that grow at the roots, and everything beyond, the cleared land. Chauntea's who protects us. Chauntea's who we give homage to. And yet it seems everyone has forgotten that in the wake of this wondrous miracle. It is not a matter of appreciation, it's a matter of forgetting who has allowed us to prosper thus far.
I see it.
It's been 6 days, hasn't it? Good time.
Some nods, yeah. What is your point, Sir Salamander?
My point is, this isn't something that's been going on for years, where people just don't acknowledge Chauntea anymore for, ever. It's been less than a week. Give it a bit of time, and I think people will kind of settle back a little more.
And what is Wade, who's also been doing a lot of talking, what's his reaction to that?
Yeah, he's more or less nodding. Yeah, more just at this point, and clinical, just trying to get a read on this guy. You can see the gears turning inside of his mind to how should I respond to this?
Turner's
Okay,
just kind of muttering quietly, just to his friends nearby, though maybe not so super quiet where no one else can hear if they're trying to listen. But he just says, "Well, he does have a point. They're literally changing the insignias here."
Yeah.
Roll a perception check for the rooster. You can roll persuasion if you wish, Alex, and if Wade wants to actively help, kind of committing him to that perspective, you could roll with advantage.
Yeah. We can help with that. I mean, when we first came into here, we were looking into it as well. Anyone in the room can attest. We were trying to weigh the pros and cons of this service. I think it deserves more thought, just as you think the same.
Oh, okay. It seems like he heard your remark, Alex. Or, not Alex, Turner.
That's a 10.
Okay. He pauses for a beat. But you don't think this is the type of man capable of pausing for longer than that. I agree with this fine crewman here. They are already creating such permanent changes that I will not stand for. That brings me to my point and my purpose in coming back this day and this hour. Garrick, vacate this church and do not return. This immediately sets off some unease, some hubbub, some people stepping forward, some people stepping back. It's growing tense.
Where would they be able to operate instead?
A small tumult of voices. Reginald doesn't seem to have a ready response. He just gestures anywhere.
Yeah, Garrick, as much as I regret the circumstances, you know as well as a corpsman, there's always people to help, in one place or another. Perhaps we could help you find another place?
Garrick finally unseals his mouth. Sure. I don't want to start something. But multiple hands from the clergy and other people push him back into his chair. One person saying, "Don't care whose God's work you're doing it. And we have benefited so much from your help. And don't listen to Reginald. His time has passed. Chantia might have..." And Reginald just starts shouting over that. As he starts shouting, you would also all notice the plants on the shelves sort of vibrating. There's this activity that's happening to them, they're becoming more vivacious. And a soft glow begins to pervade all the air. It's subtle, but it's now like you're all looking at your environments through an amber lens. So, magic is beginning to fill the air.
Can I do my obligatory Arcana check?
Sure.
I was going to have Cashmere do something after that.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
How subtle is this effect? Would Crim notice?
It's not subtle.
Oh, I see.
Dirty 20.
I'll let Turner have this one.
This seems to be a magical effect that's suffusing the entire church. There's no obvious caster. It's just like the church itself is reacting somehow. In and of itself, there's not really an effect beyond a vibe and an appearance change.
Cashmere will raise both of his arms. Oh, did you want to do it first?
Nope, you're waiting, so you should.
Okay. He'll raise both his arms and shout over everybody. Hold on a second. Can somebody tell me how this even happened? Was this not a peaceful transfer of power, or... I don't get it.
Okay. Through the growing arguments, some people kindly explain to you, especially those who are trying to de-escalate. Yeah, it was peaceful. Early on, Reginald stormed out with his brother, and some other clergy resigned because of a loss of their own faith, or they didn't like that the people of this town... Now there's a new miracle worker on the block, something new. It's been divisive. There wasn't any trouble. But now it seems with people coming in and word spreading and Chantia's name not really being said anymore, well, I guess Reginald has returned and he's not happy about it because he sure likes Chantia.
Turn, we'll speak up. I'm not a very religious person myself, but I'm knowledgeable enough about these places to know that if violence starts in here, you'll desecrate your own ground. He's kind of looking at both of them. Whoever thinks that this place is theirs, is that really how you want to... So I'm trying to think of what that word that he would be used, something, I don't know, but... Is that really something you want to happen in these grounds?
Does Chantea not value peace discourse? Discussion?
You may each roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Alright, gotcha.
I will
Yeah.
I will use my feature to let Bugle roll normally.
Oh, holy shit! Fuck yeah, good name.
Ooh.
Okay.
But I want to fight, Will. I got 2
Well.
allies. I got +10. I'm gonna. I can re-roll that, right? I got the.
Yeah, you do have
You
resolve.
resolve, sure.
All right, waste that 10. Come on, give me something good, game. Ah. All right, well, it's not good, not terrible.
Another dirty 20.
I got a 10 on the die and then a 20 on the other die. Damn it. So that'd just be a 10 in my case.
Okay. It's hard for your words to be heard, Turner. Wade, easier for yours. You have a way with working the crowd. And indeed, people who look like they might be thinking about combat or exit strategies or arguing loud or calm. But not Reginald, not some of the most other vociferous people here. Reginald shakes his head once, twice, like a bird, because he is one, and steps forward, placing his hand on Garrick's shoulder, begins trying to hoist him out. Other people are trying to hoist him back in. Other people moving to push him away. And Reginald says, Chantier, help me! I will lay low any who try to stop this injustice that I am correcting. This is your final warning. And he eyes you guys too, especially you, Wade, with danger flashing in his eyes.
Maybe we shouldn't be fighting here. Can we just, have a second?
Let's see.
Garrick wants to leave, he can leave. Garrick wants to stay, he can... Well, I'll put it this way. I think everybody needs to stop making his decisions for him.
By the way, I had a question related to that. And then he turns to our elderly miracle worker. No, elderly, but, older miracle worker and asks, you didn't normally follow this god before, right? What was the name of the disease one?
Talona.
Talona. You didn't normally... Did you follow Talona before this, or...
Judging by the way he suddenly really doesn't want to answer that question, you guess he might have. But
So
he
he
doesn't want to
followed-
say it out loud.
So he followed Talona before this.
Yeah, and he turns to Alex, and then he turns to one of the budgie clergy woman, and he says, "What do I want to do?" And she sighs, and then Reginald just says something wordless, like "ah," and pushes a clergyman away and starts pulling Garrick. Roll for initiative.
Oh,
No! Oh no!
I called it! Where's my... There it is.
Oh shoot! I meant to roll on the. I should have rolled on the thing, but I didn't. Oh, I rolled on a
Okay,
landing.
good.
Are we gonna... I
Oh,
guess we will
Hyle.
introduce...
We're on Hyle today.
Oh, I need to.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. 24.
There we go. Now you can.
I
add
forgot
it.
to do the thing. No, I can't even see my token. Doesn't really matter.
No, it
It's on the
doesn't.
world map, so we don't have individual tokens.
Yeah, my bad. Let me switch in a sec.
Excuse me.
They'll put them here.
This is a good boy right here. He literally is just a chicken.
It's fair.
Yeah, when he did the wordless thing, it's probably like a.
Well, at least
The...
Go ahead.
From Ed, Edd n Eddy, when Gertrude is super pissed and just does the battle cry. Gertrude's the chicken.
I got a 13, but
I got
no,
24.
actually, I got a 17 totally.
Not accurate. The correct answer for Crim is 6. He was very unprepared. He was not expecting to fight these people.
Wait, what was his brother's name again? Was it like Arthur or something?
Arthurus.
Arthurus.
That's kind of a name.
Arthritis? Maybe that was his condition.
Wow.
Wow. Wait, I'll add you to initiative.
Oh, thank you. So with that,
What'd you get?
And, 18.
Yeah, just remember you can right-click your token and then click like the toggle combat state, the shield with the 2 swords.
Oh yeah, thanks. And where's Fish?
Fish is. I could give
which
him
of
a
these?
token, but he's so passive that he's not
Not
really gonna do anything.
I see.
So you could say he's right here. Just because that's where Reginald's interacting right now. All these other folks, I haven't put more, but there's other people in the church. These are just some of the clergy and some of the closest folks. Cool. Any other clarifications before?
Were we fighting? Like,
Are any of the
yeah, I know.
are any of the other clergy gonna be on initiative, or like from Telona?
There's no. Well, I guess it depends. Are they clergy of Telona now? Those who are in
Well,
this.
they were all the ones who were kind of like who Garrick or Garrick was like deferring to.
If they are, not yet. No one. I mean, we'll see how you guys react and what happens. Reginald seems as intent on violence, and other people look ready potentially, but it's such a chaotic scene. You don't really know who is going to act or is capable of doing meaningful things. It's a chaotic scene, I suppose.
Damn.
Cool. Cashmere, before even you can act, as Reginald is hoisting it and triggers this, forming 20 feet away from each of you are ethereal weapons. Scythes, pitchforks, pruning scissors, and they just sort of come into being as if formed of that amber-hued mood in the temple or church that now exists. I'll put them on the map here. I think that's right. There. They form, and in addition, some ethereal field mice, feral ones on the ground, seem to be like scampering about and over each other, nipping, scratching at the air aimlessly. Not really a specific localized threat, but just here and there, like you're seeing mice. The civilians mostly seem to be falling back as whatever is happening with Reginald begins to happen. And this is how things are. Cashmere, what do you do?
Well, first of all, he says, "Shit." And he jumps over Reginald and lands in front of him.
Okay.
Does a full cartwheel, spins around, and puts up his dukes. "You need to stop this right now." And he goes for a flurry of blows
Damn.
to topple him.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so 20 plus 5, I think. No, it's 6 now, isn't it? I got another dex. Keep forgetting. Yeah, 6. Okay.
Sorry, it's a 6 to hit. Oh, 23.
Yeah, he's hitting twice because flurry blows, but yeah.
Against his AC, that hits.
Okay. And this will be the first punch. D6 plus Dex mod plus. Yeah, 6.
6 damage, or he falls prone, or what?
Oh, here.
Okay, so you're punching him and dealing 10 bludgeoning damage, right?
Yes.
It's probably 8, I think, because it's I think his bonus should be +4.
Oh yeah. Oh, +4 plus proficiency.
You don't
Not
add
for
your
your
proficiency to damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so 8 damage. This is
Okay.
to topple him. Which is a
He gets a saving throw.
Dex saving throw. Or fall prone.
Okay. I got a 14.
I guess that's your DC. It's at least my spell save DC.
Yeah.
What's your key save DC?
I keep forgetting these
Focus
things.
or whatever.
I guess it's either 13 or 14, but we'll see.
Blah, blah,
What's
blah.
your wisdom modifier?
+3.
So I think
Okay,
it'd be
then you're-
13.
Save DC is 13.
Okay, yeah, 13. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
No problem. Okay, he trips and scrapes. He trips and scrapes, but doesn't quite fall down. But takes the damage.
Alright, and now for the second hit. In which Cashmere shouts, "Please stop. Please."
Speech 100.
Oh, did you hit first?
Oh, right.
I rolled a hit.
My bad.
How dare you?
17.
That does not hit because I should roll something for him. It looked like actually he was concentrating on a spell, but that first hit broke him out of his concentration, and that second hit does hit.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Well,
And
alright.
it's 9 damage.
Ow.
And what about the his brother? Is he doing anything?
Find
Can we
out.
tell?
He's in initiative, but we don't know what he's been doing yet.
Yeah.
No.
He's real close to his brother. They look somewhat cut from the same cloth.
Hmm.
That's true.
He agrees.
When he
I agree
introduced
with that.
himself as I'm Arthur. Yeah. I'm Arthurus. I agree with that statement.
I'm surprised that people didn't say it first.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is try and go for a check to make him stop. To try to talk him down.
I think you already used your action and bonus action, so.
Well, Flare
Yeah,
Blows
you-
is bonus action.
Yeah, he hasn't used an action yet.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, not bad.
Okay, good try.
So this will be, I think, a persuasion roll?
Yeah, there aren't specific rules for this in combat, so sure.
Yeah, it's the influence action.
Does that allow for combat things?
Yes, I don't see why it wouldn't.
Okay,
Okay.
so he's. Let me think about this for a sec before, so I can
Yeah.
get DC. So he's definitely hostile.
I mean, he could be chill. You never know.
Okay, so it'll depend on what you're asking of him, and the DC increases by 5 because he's hostile. Go ahead.
Cashmere will say, "Just stop this, all right? We're in a church. Sorry, we're in a church, and this is not going to accomplish anything."
Okay.
How very fitting that his turn is next, so we'll know if this succeeds or not.
15. On his turn, you have spoken to a wall of righteous anger. Failure.
Damn.
Oh god,
Okay,
Beagle, does
fair.
this feel like deja vu a little bit? And Snap. Trying to talk down a religious zealot.
Yep.
That was the antagonist
These-
of our last campaign. But
On his turn, these weapons, sharp, deadly looking, even though they are ethereal, move slowly towards each one of you, 15 feet. Spinning and whirling or chopping and clamping as they get close.
This dude's summon like 5 spiritual weapons. He's the shit.
Each one moving towards one other person. Reginald, on his turn. He casts a spell. Double checking new spell rules. And some of those mice gather around him to a distance of 15 feet away from him, nipping and clawing in great density. You feel like they might harm you if you were within that space. I shall grant him an aura in a moment.
Oh, his asshole's got spirit guardians. Fuck.
And yeah, so anytime you enter these spaces or end your turn in those spaces, something might happen.
does that include starting your turn in it?
No. It's also difficult terrain. Don't want to step on a mouse, would you? No, they're like grabbing at your pants and stuff.
Okay.
That's his action. As a bonus action, he says some other words and holds high a small version of like a scythe that you'd use to harvest wheat or something, a holy symbol, no doubt. And a radiance covers him protectively like armor. And he will not move past to Wade.
Is he able to concentrate on both?
I think the weapons are someone else's, or a different effect that's
Well,
not concentration.
Oh. That's a good call.
Oh, I was under the impression that it was
yeah.
a separate thing.
I think it's Spirit Guardians and Shield of Faith.
You're right. He will cast a different spell for the second thing if he can. One moment.
After that turn, would you be able to like indicate on the map where the
Yep. Oh, he'll speak a word of healing.
Oh god, a boss that heals.
I shall roll this. He'll cast it at this rank. Ooh, I like the buff to this spell. Thank you.
we don't.
4,
Just for now.
5, 6. Ooh, that's a really bad roll. So just, I think 9.
Well, it almost undoes. Well, it undoes one of the
12.
hits that he received,
It's 12 actually.
and then some.
Okay, I'll draw on the thing. Wade, your turn.
Alright. Well, I'm half tempted to just go for like the bless, but I figured, Wade debases himself when he puts his cap on. He says, "I have to try." Sir, if you're who I think you are, I'm sure you know this spell. As Wade will go over here. Is this one Spirit Guardians or no?
Yeah, it looks like it might be.
Oh, can you go here?
Should be good, I think.
It's
Gotcha.
roughly that.
All right, guys. I gotta try it at least once more. As Egg gives a loud blow of his whistle, and he casts. Oh wait, actually no. I need to do it while I can. He casts between him and Reginald, Zone of Truth. 15 foot.
Oh shit! All right.
Radius sphere, 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point within range. Enters or starts its turn in the area, makes a charisma saving throw. If on fail, it can't speak a deliberate lie in the area. You know whether a creature succeeded on saving throw or not. It's aware of the spell, and thus can lie by omission. You can evade with that. You can be evasive, etc., etc.
I want to give my session resolve to Bugle.
Yeah, thanks.
How fitting
He just
that
clears
use
his-
is.
He clears his throat. He just looks at him. I believe what was taken from you at this place was wrong. I believe that what that man can do should not overshadow all the goods the gods can do. But I believe that your attempts to make his decision for himself, you are undoing any good you might accomplish. And I know all too well that diplomacy at the end of a sword never works. Please. So I guess I make this. I think I make the save too.
You can just choose to fail it.
Yeah, just to fail it. But I'll need when they start the turn, I'll need charisma saving throws. And then what's my DC again? My DC is 14. I gotcha.
Okay,
Alright.
feel free to draw in that area when you can.
Oh yeah, gotcha. And then let's see. Do I get any persuasion talent or anything or no? No.
I think influence is an action, so probably not.
Damn it.
Yeah, say
Ah, fuck.
not this turn at least.
Ah, fuck. Alright, well, at least I got resolve.
Hey, you can still say that and influence things.
It's a setup.
Just not the capital I influence.
Yeah. How do you draw perfect, circles again? I forget. Or, measured circles? It's drawing tool, and then...
Pencil, circle.
Oh, yeah. But that's not like a Foundry circle. It's just alright,
Like,
it's 15 feet.
Measurement controls, and then,
Gotcha. Alright, I'll get it done. Also, bonus action, he'll just do Magic Stone and pass turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about this, Wade. I'm
It has to
going
be
to
done.
raise a hand towards Reginald and Arthas and command them sleep. I need both of sleep. And I need them both to make wisdom saving throws.
Okay, you said flee, right?
Sleep.
Oh, sleep. Okay, I was thrown off by the word command. I get it. Okay. Arthurus shall roll first. His wisdom saving throw gets 14.
That will succeed.
And Reginald, my boy. Ooh, he gets a... What is his bonus? He also gets a 14.
That will succeed.
They're wise, it seems.
Okay.
yeah, the arc works.
Let's see. Trying to keep track of what is what. Okay, so that is the range. Excuse you. I think I can move to here. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Excuse you. I'm trying to move my character. Can I? The spiritual weapon is overlapping my character, and I can no longer control him.
Just highlight
There
around
we go,
your...
I can do that.
Yeah,
There you
basically
go.
click and drag on your character, then you can just, arrow key it.
Spiritual weapon stops movement by...
There we go. I can.
In addition, I think you started in the range of his definitely not Spirit Guardians.
Yes,
That's why I
don't
asked
believe
about
it deals
starting your turn
damage
in
at the
there.
start of the turn.
Right. Thank you.
That is why I'm getting out of there. Pass turn.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do a quick study on these scythes, because typically for a spiritual weapon, you're not going to get like 5 of these out at once, so I'm going to try to glean some insight about these things.
Also, just for the lulz, can you give me a DC 14 charisma save?
Sure. Fail.
You must
two on the
tell the
die.
truth.
He just kind of like just gives like a very like annoyed look to Wade.
Sorry.
Okay, so Arcana.
Yes.
Okay. 14. Do I want to stick with that? What's typically? How does it DC typically work? Is it like 10 plus spell level for spells?
15 plus spell rank, advantage if it's on your spell list, which it's not, and disadvantage if you haven't like seen it right in front of you with your own eyes.
Okay, resolve.
And it's higher if it's a weird spell or an altered spell or something. Okay.
Yay, that's better. 24.
24. Yeah, this is a spell that is cataloged, that you've studied, called Spirit. What's it called, everyone? Weapon?
Spiritual weapon.
It's a
Spiritual
typical one, but it's usually only one weapon.
Yeah, it's an altered spiritual weapon that didn't seem to be cast by Reginald. No, it seemed these things summoned as Reginald leapt into an emotional moment or as combat broke out. There's no one concentrating on them. It's like from the temple itself, which is clearly reacting to what is going on. You could think of it as a layer action. And studying the spell's effect, it's like altered. Each of these, again, has a clear set, immutable target, and they will go towards that target. If they occupy your space, they will hit you, guaranteed, and it will hurt.
Like they only have to roll?
Correct.
Oh.
What?
They are slow and unerring.
Can they be attacked, or are they just like ethereal?
They're ethereal.
Oh, great.
And Crim attack them with a certain thing.
Can Crim eat the side?
I don't see why not. It's magic.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he can only do that once, so
Yeah.
not worth.
Then yeah, he'll just kind of tell everyone, everybody keep your distance from these things. Then he'll do that himself, and then God, he was trying not to like have to use violence against this guy, but it seems like he's kind of like taken that that option away. So and right now he's even casting a spell too. So I'm guessing he does not. Did he look bloodied before he healed himself?
No.
Okay, because I'm trying to decide if I want to use a Chaos Bolt, since it can be pretty strong. 2d6 plus 2d10. Do I do it? First, I'm gonna. Yes.
As long as it's not AOE, be careful about those. We
It's
gotta.
not AOE. Justy, I'm aware of how that works. I don't plan to hurt you guys.
Well, I wasn't thinking about me. I was thinking about the 50-year-old fish.
Yeah. Where's the fish, by the way?
Here.
Okay. Then, yeah, at the very least, to try to break concentration, I'm going to cast Chaos Bolts on him. And to make sure I don't waste this, I'm going to use my own blessing to get a 19.
Oh. Okay. So you use this blessing innately, and as you lock in that moment, the battle progresses. You shoot your Chaos Bolt, maybe you just hit or just miss, but you know how Reginald, his head turns towards you, and he reacts to it. A few seconds later, you blink, and you're back to when you first used that blessing, and you know exactly how to make sure you hit him.
Okay. And for, if it matters, the total, it's obviously going to hit, but the total would be 25.
Hit.
Okay,
Sure.
2d10 plus 2d6. That'll deal 14 damage of, let's see, what variety? 3 and a 2. That could be either cold or fire. We'll just do cold.
Okay. He's a frosty chicken in winter now.
Brr.
And roll concentration, please.
Okay. Nat 20!
Oh no!
Pass turn.
Okay. The one that seemed to be going after Crim is like 2 south of him now, right?
No, it's the one
Or-
southeast of you.
Just southeast? Okay, that's worrisome. Understood. But they seemed slow. How fast are they moving? They moved already. How fast are they
15
moving? That's not bad. Okay. Spiritual guardians are a bit of an annoying thing, but yeah, okay. I'll just go with what I was going for at first. Crim kind of has to do something here. He moves as such. And then right here grows. No, not there. There we go. Right here grows. I can't do that part. And then
okay.
he does a the old guy's in the way there. He tries to get a good aim for he could possibly do his dragon breath attack from there, since now everyone's in danger and this is happening. He very carefully aims it so it only hits Reginald and Arthurus. Also, while passing through, I think he actually did briefly graze the Zone of Truth.
Oh yeah, it's just DC 14 charisma.
He got a nat 20 on that. No, he's choosing to fail it because it's a thing that he did.
No. What you got a 20?
I got a 20, but I just realized no, he would actually choose to fail that. And then he does his attempted dragon breath. I need a save. Let me check. I believe it is dexterity. Yeah, it's dexterity. The DC you are trying to beat is 13.
19 and 10 for Arthurus.
Okay, you're taking half if you succeeded. The total damage is... Ooh. Oh. Oh, okay. 18. So 9 on a save. This is radiant damage if that's relevant.
It heals him.
It's fully effective, and as you can see, Arthurus is bloodied.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were stronger. I'm sorry.
What that's like from Invincible? You guys ever seen it?
Yeah, he says that, and he says, "Oh, you just look so terrifying. I didn't actually know. Don't hit them too hard, guys."
That's the fucking greatest roast you can give someone.
And then he moves here, which is... No, wait. Come on now. I'm trying to figure out how... Does this count? Is that a move? Yeah, I think that's a move.
Yeah.
Okay. He moves there. And he says, "Also, look! I'm a light dragon, that's good, right? I'm good?" Pass turn.
Some whitewashing.
Okay, Arthurus' turn. He tries to be able to lie.
Spiritual weapon or spirit guardian shenanigans, right?
I think they already moved. They moved on
No,
Reginald's
not
turn?
spiritual weapon, spirit guardians.
Oh, sorry.
What about
So
it?
let me first resolve the Zone of Truth, I think.
DC 14 charisma.
I got a 6 for Arthurus, so he's
Haha!
compelled.
He's passionate.
Okay.
He puts it.
And now what about the Spirit Guardians?
Isn't Crim? Oh, he is not within the effect. I keep getting radii effect mixed up. I thought
Oh yeah, sorry.
what I
Mine's
think
over.
is Zone of Truth was the spirit guardians.
It's gonna get worse in a minute, but
Oh, no.
for that,
No.
Arthur's. Okay, he resolved that. Let me double check the wording of Spirit Guardians. Yeah, you designate any number of creatures to be unaffected. Okay. Yeah, the Spirit Guardians don't harm anyone else right now. The mice are scrambling and avoiding the civilians, and even Garrick. What else do I have to resolve right now? I think that's all. I think Arthur's takes his turn now. Arthur's does an obvious prayer gesture, clasping his hands together, and some light encircles Reginald. How could I forget his name? And he is healed. 15, 18. Brother, I want for you to survive and do what you think is right. I'm with you. He looks at you, Wade. It's like he knows what spell you cast, as if challenging you to say he's lying.
I believe that.
And then, I think that's his action. Yep, it's an action. Bonus action. Sorry, I'm going to be a little slow on this because I have to double check with Doctored 5e that the spells haven't changed. I think it's still an action to do this. Yes, it is. So, he shall speak a word of healing. Wow, that's bad. 1 + 4. Still heals Reginald 7 more. And he steps over here. Sort of cowering behind this statue of Chantia in the back. There is glass behind him that's translucent, breakable, but it sure seems like thick glass. Then he passes his turn, and at the top of the round, the spiritual weapons with an asterisk continue their march toward their targets.
That's gonna be fun. Let's see.
This one, that is destined for you, Wade, you are within 15 feet.
Yep. Alright, how much do I take?
I will roll it.
But I'm not concentrating, yeah.
You take 12
Oh god.
damage.
Christ, that's pretty good.
What type of damage?
Force.
Force. That's a good chunk of HP.
This one wears towards you, Turner. This one wears towards you, Crim. This one wears towards you, A. A is for Alex.
Oh, these doesn't have like their own little name.
Yeah, at the beginning of combat, I was like, this is going to get confusing, and I gave them an extra name.
That definitely helps, I would imagine.
5, 10, 15. Is that all? No, this one goes to you, Cashmere.
Alright, does he have to do the charisma check?
So no, it's not your turn yet. It's you're taking damage, because
Oh, okay.
it caught up to you. 6.
Ouch!
Also at the end, civilians and stuff keep backing up, getting out of the way of this. There's still arguments, stand down. Some people are starting to flee. Some people are grabbing the others to pull them away. That otter who had let you guys in is saying, there's no need to fight. Stop hurting each other. What he said. And someone lunges forward to try and help Reginald with some holy energy around his hand, and the otter trips him and starts wrestling him to prevent Reginald from being healed. Yeah, so it's a little chaotic. I'll move the tokens. What else? Now I believe. Oh, and one more thing. 2 more concentrated areas, separate from Reginald's Spirit Guardians, appear, and these also seem to be, per your analysis, Turner, manifestations of the temple. They have that amber, it's nostalgic-y feeling about them. I will draw them in. But for other intents and purposes, they are like Reginald's aura. If that makes sense?
Are they immobile?
Yes.
I'll tell you, bastard, I was going to go there.
Pass turn.
Okay. I'll roll a charisma check.
Oh, was like spiritual guardians, was it nerfed in this version? Because like normally it would still hurt you if you start your turn in it.
5.
I think so. 5. Okay, you have to speak the truth.
Cashmere will
You're-
sigh as he's ducking and weaving from this floating scythe. You know, you had a point, but you're kind of annoying, so I'm gonna put you down now.
Cashmere, get
Alright.
out of there!
You're just gonna punch him. Okay. I'm gonna go for another flurry of blows.
Oh,
Yes.
we're not on 2.
Aw.
This is another topple.
Oh, nice.
Nat 20, you got a crit.
Nat 20. 6.
I'll roll concentration. Ooh, that's a good number.
Damn it.
Yeah, plus 4.
It's con save, right?
Yes.
19 concentration.
Well, unless he got a 40 damage.
So this is topple, non-lethal.
Well, you got a crit, so double the damage. Or is that plus
Yeah.
6, right? So that'd be 14.
Yeah.
Oh, 14.
Yeah, you forgot to add the other dice.
Okay, topple. It's a dex save, right, for topple?
Yeah.
10.
That doesn't work.
Aha!
Fell over.
Guys, I'm gonna boop the snoot.
Yeah.
That was 16 damage, I think. Doubled.
He took it, yep.
That was
Okay.
14. Like you basically the second die roll just does the full amount of damage, so we just do another full 6 damage.
Okay,
So 1d6 and then plus 6. Plus your
gotcha.
Yeah, I forgot.
And I'm doing another one.
You'll have advantage this time because he's prone.
I think. Is the D20 roll that's the plus 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I got that wrong the first time.
Or proficiency is currently plus 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so plus 6.
Now I'm gonna
I
roll
think
second
about like you're proficient in what you're doing, you're attacking him, but you're not proficient in the damage you're dealing.
Okay, yeah. 17.
17 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
All right.
Concentrate. Oh, nat 19.
Stop rolling well on concentration.
10 more damage.
Ow.
And that was his main attack. Or no, I guess it doesn't matter. He's gonna attack again.
Okay.
He's kicking him while he's down.
Give advantage. Not that you need it, you hit.
Well, he
Alright.
might get a crit.
Why not? Let's see what happens. No, okay.
Let's concentrate. This is my worst enemy. Nat 17. I'm not making this up.
8 more damage.
Oh, damn it. He's not bloodied yet.
That is my turn.
Make a wisdom saving throw, because you are staying in the angry mouse
Are
aura.
you sure you want to stay in the aura plus the spiritual
Oh,
weapon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cashmere can still move. That's right. Okay.
Yeah. This ain't
Yeah, it's-
Pathfinder. you don't
He's in
have to dedicate-
Pathfinder mode.
Why I can't move him.
Do you?
He's
Oh,
back
on
on
the
the
road,
road.
mind you.
Oh yeah, there you go.
The aura
Uh,
around him is difficult terrain.
Cashmere will vault over the altar and run over to Alex.
Well, he just said that's a difficult terrain, so you're moving at half
Oh.
speed.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So 5, 10, 50, you'd be able to get like right here. So sadly, you still have to end your turn in the aura.
Well, he's
No, yeah, his
speed is like 40 feet right now, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
45. So he can move around here next to
Never mind.
Wade. Okay. Vaulting over the altar and running over to Wade. That's my turn.
Hi.
Aye.
Reginald.
Give me DC 14 charisma.
Oh, right. Okay. He fails.
Yeah, I'm using all your bad rolls on my fucking zone of truth instead of your concentration.
He flaps his arm and stands up indignantly. And then... you shall cast... I don't believe this is concentration. Pretty sure it's not, which is why it's so good. Yes, okay. As an action, he raises his symbol again, and coming into being is this larger than life, uplifted, ethereal, armored, muscled mouse, wielding a huge scythe. It clearly matches the Chantia vibes, and it stands over him like an enlarged hologram or something like that, and raises its scythe, ready to swipe at anyone who enters a space within 10 feet of him, or starts their turn there.
Oof.
Damn it.
He has double aura now,
Wait a
huh?
minute.
Yeah, we gotta range this guy down if we can.
This is... no way. Oh, it's changed in Doctor. You changed it. Okay, well this is... for
It's even better.
combat and my plans and balanced. This is not concentration. That's his action. He will step closer to you all. Well, I guess he would step and then cast that spell. And I will pass turn and move some auras.
Alright. So is it start turn within 10 feet of him, or?
End or
Or is it-
enter.
Gotcha.
Or starts its turn there.
See it?
Or
Alright.
starts.
For his 10-foot aura, if you start your turn there, you will take this effect.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure. Creature
pain
hostile
time.
to you enters a space or starts its turn there. Okay, it swings its scythe at you, Wade. Nat 1.
Haha.
You have half cover right now, Wade.
Oh, thank you. Alright. Yeah, Wade's looking more aggravated by the second with everything that's happening, but he just gives it a little sigh. It's ironic
As
for me,
does
but
Cashmere. Sorry,
I have to
Josh.
try. You seem a man of strength and conviction. Do you want people to look at you? These people to look at you, look at us, look at Shantae and see this violence? Lay down your arms and I'll fight for no harm to come to you. Yeah, I'll just try and influence and then make his exit cue. Also, I can. So is that charisma? Or maybe volts back
Persuasion
over.
check, basically.
Yeah. That will down?
Influence. You are appealing to logic, art, and persuasion.
Right. Gotta try, guys. Alright, let's see. Aha! Fuck, I'm gonna resolve that. We don't have much time left. Yeah, that's something.
22, I believe.
That is pretty good. But he seems... in saying this to him, you see a man before you who not only believes what he's doing is right, he knows what he is doing is right.
Oh, God,
And standing down right now would be a great offense to his principles.
Is there a benefit for being in the zone of truth, or no?
Fucking paladins, man.
No. Wade gives a little sigh. Take him down. Pass turn.
I think you picked the worst possible person to try to persuade down. Literal paladin zealot.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Try.
So remind me where.
Yeah, for what it's worth, Tal, we can't see the labels on these weapons, so we don't know which one's coming toward us, even though in universe we'd probably be able to tell.
Sorry, yeah. The one just northwest of you, Alex, is the one targeting you.
Okay. And Eric is somewhere around right here or so.
Yeah, I guess at this point I'll make a token for him.
What does he
I'm
seem
ass-
to be doing?
Cowering, looking uncertain.
Okay. So I'll assume he's like here-ish, right? Oh, there he is.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeesh.
He's a tilapia.
Alex is going to vanish in a puff of mist and
Cool.
reappear right here.
Nice. You don't miss the dip.
And then he is going to stand in front of Garrick, give a little twirl of his staff, and conjure a flame at the end of it.
Oh.
It's gone on quite long enough. Flick it at Reginald. I will cast Produce Flame.
Okay. Thought you were about to murder Garrick and be like, now there's nothing worth fighting for.
Yeah, you just like put a knife to his throat.
That is a 19 to hit.
Hit.
Oh, great. 1 point of fire damage.
Oh.
That's still concentration check.
Concentration check.
Yeah.
And at 18, wow.
What the fuck?
And I will pass turn.
Okay. Turner then Crim.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of looking up the description of Cloud of Daggers. It looks like it's the same. Okay, or starts his turn inside. I can have Cloud of Daggers casted on his location, so that way on his turn he will take that damage. It's a decently strong, and it has a concentration, so it'll last for a little while. And so yeah, I'll go ahead and do that, and he'll just kind of say to Reginald, perhaps some incentive, stand down and I will deactivate them. So just a bunch of like little ethereal daggers, how fitting, are just kind of flying around in his space.
I got nowhere too, bitch.
In Reginald's space? Okay.
Yes. And he's going to give himself some distance from from these things, and I think I'll have him crouch down for cover if I can.
Cool, okay.
And as a bonus action, I don't know if there's much I can do right now because I don't really... I'll just do a study action on him. Would it be a religion check?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, it would be a history check.
Okay, same result. 16.
Processing. Study. The study action. Okay, and the DC depends on one of the creatures. Okay. That is a success for advanced DC. Okay. This is a bishop of Chantia.
Spell it, please.
Bishop.
On the map heading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there it is.
I thought it was a C for so long.
It is a C.
Oh, no, an S. Sorry. Like Shantia.
He is a cleric through and through. He's got the chainmail, the shield. He is built for defense of his body, of this place, and of his faith. He casts divine spells, generally protective or warding themed, and can heal. He probably can turn undead. What else do you get? You get one additional piece of information. Either strongest and weakest saving throws, ACs, damage vulnerability, resistances, and immunities, or condition immunities.
I guess I can. Yes. So we kind of. I think most of us have the gist of what clerics can do. So far, he doesn't seem too different from that. It seems to be more of like the church itself. That's kind of given these extra things. You guys think ballpark HP would probably be a good starting point, or?
Yeah, we don't. He's not bloodied yet, so.
Doc, could I ask you a question about your intent for this? So when it says advanced knowledge, you gain the same information as you do for intermediate knowledge. Does that mean all those bullet points for the previous ones?
Allow me to pull this up to see the exact wording.
Okay.
This isn't just normal knowledge.
This
This is advanced knowledge.
really 2 in one day.
Where did I put it?
I'm gonna go with yes for now, but keep looking. I gave basic tactics. Oh, man.
No, it means those bullet points are still available in addition to the additional bullet points.
To be picked.
Okay.
As in they are options that you can choose from.
I see. Okay, yeah. What do you wish to know?
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll go with ballpark HP.
Maximum ballpark HP is 90.
Or not
That's
too
powerful.
bad, but it makes sense for when there's only 2 major units we're actually trying to beat down, and the other one is already almost down from one shot.
Okay. And the other one's going to keep on. He's going to keep on healing him unless someone is able to, at the very least, just knock him down. But pass turn.
Okay.
Okay. Sensing that we want to take down that brother first. No, Alex is already going to probably handle that. Well, no, Alex only knows. Yeah, okay. Crim is weighing his options, and is he within the effect range of the auto attack thing? The aura?
Oh, yes. So make an attack against you. Nat 5 miss.
No, that will not hit. Yeah, it makes a swing at him, and he's like, ah! And he leaps away. Which of these million auras is the difficult terrain? Is that the beige, yellowish
Yeah, the one that
circle?
your curse is currently on.
Okay.
Also, the blue ones off to the sides.
Those are also.
I'll change those. Yeah, those are all Spirit Guardians effects.
How tall is this church?
Very tall ceiling.
Really?
50 feet.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll move this way. Oh, go on.
Don't know how to do elevation here, but Crim does that to fly above, out, and over these presumably spherical spirit guardians.
Turner just looks at him a bit with like a bit of like a petty, bit of a petty look on his face.
Because I'm trying to figure out how that works with.
What are you trying to do?
He's trying to get out, but I'm trying to figure out the logistics of the movement for 3-dimensional. Okay. Yeah, that's the tricky part. Well, he was already hit, so I guess that doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, it's just the Spirit Guardians and right now that are the concern.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want to take up too much time. Crim is going to move out here, including moving like above and then here, and then he's going to drop 5 feet. Like after his turn is over, he drops 5 feet because he can't fly outside of his turn. Nope, not there. Like kind of here. I know this is a commoner, but
Yeah, fuck it up.
To answer your question about elevation, right-click your token, and in the top left box is your elevation modifier.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter in this case because he can only end his turn at 0 elevation. But after that, he will do a Dragon Spark Blast against Reginald. He does not want to hit the brother with any range attacks right now because that might kill. So he goes for Reginald instead. That is a 2 hit for me.
Dex save. Ooh, that's a definite fail.
No, that's not
Oh.
This is my useless
Okay,
range
base
attack.
attack.
Yeah. Which is a 22 to hit.
Hit.
And the breath burst is just 1d8, no damage bonus.
Please don't save on the con.
5 radiant.
Okay, he's injured.
Yeah,
Bloody, but not bloodied.
Concentration.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, it's 15.
DC 10.
DC 10. Okay, he succeeds.
Yeah, it's DC 10 unless he takes 22 damage or more. Then it starts climbing.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
It's a saving throw, right? Not a check.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, you'll want to get out of there.
Oh. Right. Sorry.
Oh, by the way, Tal, I know how to make that legit. The commoner moved out of the way because I used my behemoth feature that does that.
Okay.
He says, sorry. Pass turn.
Arthur says, Bishop, my brother, be healed! And speaks a word, and his brother is healed. He's a one-trick pony, this Arthurus. For...
He's high enough level to spam it. Is what we're getting at, but
Plus spellcasting modifier. Spellcasting modifier. Oh, okay. 14. For his action, he pushes away some other clergy person. It's strange seeing two people wearing the same robes of Chantia and their silly sun hats not aligned. And shoots a sacred flame at Alex. Nat 18.
Sacred Flame is a saving throw.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's a dex saving throw. You get no benefits of cover.
Okay, please make a dex save then. It's 1d8 radiant.
Nat 20.
Okay.
All right.
White fire does not singe you. Yeah, he will not move anywhere else. At the end of his turn, nothing else happens, but at the top of the round, Scythes move. Wade. You're within 15 feet.
Oh, damn it. Fuck.
I thought it was 10 feet. Oh.
No, it's-
Yeah,
it's
what are you...
15.
Yeah, get out of the way of those.
I probably should have put
Take
that
it.
in,
Yes,
in the notes.
Yeah.
But
Fuck, I thought I was far enough. Fuck. What's up?
I'll double
How
check my
much?
notes. It's going to be 10 force.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, they move 15 feet per round. Okay.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, I gotta retreat.
Did I not move? I think where is the one for Cashmere?
I think it's like in this area in the
I
darkness.
think I might be in sight of it.
Oh, that
You
could
are.
be it too.
Okay. And the areas where the ethereal Chantian mice are scurrying about shifts. Now it is... I think we'll call it after Reginald's turn. Cashmere, your turn.
All right. Does he need to do anything at the start of his turn with all these?
Yes, I attack you with my giant glowing mouse with a nat 1. Wow, this thing cannot hit.
Wow. Still need to do the truth thing, or doesn't matter?
No,
No, it's just constant after that.
Okay. Cashmere will say, I'd really like it if you'd get away from me. And he's going to do another flurry of blows and do a push this time. Which is a strength saving throw.
Well, you have to hit first.
Which is a, 10 meters away, so.
Wow.
Did I not put the,
I'm going to resolve that because I can this late into it.
I just love how that sounds like when you say I'm gonna resolve that. Like it just sounds so.
Well, better, 16.
16 hits.
Okay. He needs to do a strength saving throw.
Okay.
I forgot. Oh, it's 18. My bad, because I forgot about the 2 again. So whatever, it hits.
He fails. He loses his footing 10 feet, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
10 feet. Now, this is important. Can I attack a second time before he gets sent away? Because it's flurry blows.
Well, I think you could have just like the one that's gonna trigger that will be the second hit.
Oh,
Well, he didn't know if it was going to succeed or not, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Do you have to declare you're going to use it on the first attack, or can you make an attack
you declare what you're doing on a hit.
on a hit?
Let me
Okay.
check, but that was my interpretation. I believe the wording is when you hit with an attack.
Ah, okay.
Oops, that's the wrong side.
When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, granted, and choose to deal damage, you can apply one of the following effects.
I think it's something you would have to kind of decide. Do I want to hit this? Do I want to risk making a second attack and then get this effect, knowing that on the next attack you might miss, the one that would actually trigger it.
I did already use my resolve. I think I'm just gonna keep it.
Also worth noting, you can use one of these effects with every hit from Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
Damn.
So that's his second hit. Just whiffs, and
You can... Wait, go ahead.
He doesn't have a lot of movement economy. He has to get out of there too.
yeah. So for after that, Cashmere's just gonna run. Skedaddle. Right back here, actually. And he doesn't really have anything else he can do here, so I think I'll just
Is
end
he
my
at
turn.
least 15 feet away from Mr. Weapon?
Oh, here, wait.
Which one's his weapon?
So
This one.
let me see how far I can go here.
And there's one on top of me, so be careful.
I think I can run. Yeah, I'll run all the way back here. Should
Okay.
be fine, I think.
I think he's hopping over the all those little benches and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine, I think. Enter.
Oh, I thought we were
Oh,
going
wait, no, you're not fine. That one for me can go right up to you.
Okay, let me see
What?
Each of the weapons has stayed on their single targets.
Yeah,
FYI.
they won't go to. They seem to be dead set on only single ones, so only worry about yours.
Oh, I see.
I'll run back here. All right.
I have a quick question. Would crouching behind this require me to be prone?
Nah.
Okay, then I'll mirror that effect.
Okay, Reginald. Everyone's retreated.
Oh, I guess I technically got the Spirit Guardians effect knocked into me.
Oh yeah, the area entered yours. Yeah, sorry, good catch. I was safe,
I will use my reaction to cast Resistance.
Okay.
It is a wisdom save. 18.
That is definitely a success, so you take half as much.
Wait. 16.
Success. You are dealt 9 radiant, so you take 4. The mouse is biting you. And final turn here of the night. Reginald eyes Garrick and you, Alex, but then marches towards this large dragon that has been pestering him.
First, the paladin will want to go after the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
He has to. He's got to take 44 slashing damage.
What? Oh, the Cloud of Daggers, right. I would have asked you to draw it. I thought you would.
Sorry, I should have done that.
Good call, though. I mean, you tracked it anyway.
What's the con save?
I don't think it's a save. I think it's just when you start your
No,
turn.
for concentration.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So he takes 11.
He just takes it because he was in it, or what?
Let me make absolute certain. Yeah, you just take the damage. It doesn't have any save.
Okay. And his concentration save was a 9.
Finally.
He fails. He loses it.
Dang it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, MLG plays. I'll give you a resolve. We had session time left.
And even if he was bloodied before, he is getting pumped full of vitality. He's not bloodied currently after being cut through those daggers. Arch is up to you, Crim.
Oh, hello. You guys look like the strong one.
He crows. Garrick, I will displace you as soon as I've displaced these interlopers. For Chontia!
Mm-hmm.
And he shall cast a new concentration spell. Spirit Guardians now.
How many spell slots does this dude have?
Well, he cast a level 3 spell on us already, so he's got a good amount.
Actually. Yeah, he'll recast Spirit Guardians. I'll draw that in a minute. The mice reappear, and he's clearly concentrating on that. I think that's his turn. Is this Cloud of Daggers still active?
Yeah, it's concentration up to a minute.
Can you draw it, please?
I just did.
Oh, it's that little spot. Okay, I got it.
It's yet another circle on the map.
You know, I'll change it to a different color.
I'll make that gold in a little bit and change the size. Yeah, and I think that's where we call it for now.
All right.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Wade will
Thanks
start
for
us off
watching,
next
guys.
time.
Yeah, I'm looking over that.
Goodbye,
Thank you for
everybody.
We
coming.
hope you enjoy. See you next time. We'll be regular
Yes.
time.
GG.
Bye.
Thank you all
Have a
for
good
coming.
time. Yeah, bye.
Yes. All right.